Hello friends and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm sharing a design team project for Oohlala Vintage Treasures, and this is going to be her new digital that's out on her Etsy store, and it is called Pink Silk Atelier Sewing Samplers and Labels, and it's part of the Pink Silk Atelier collection. So these are the samplers, and you've got the usual style samplers with the overhead label, so you can see crochet, appliques, fabric swatches, and another fabric swatch there. And you've got them in different styles. They're so beautiful. So I'll put that one to one side. And then you've got the labels here in two different tones. So you've got like the beigey brown, and you've got the white and the pink. And it says like notions, needlebook, pins, dressmaker, sampler, slow stitch. So you've got lots of different labels there to use. So I'm going to just put that to one side. And then these are ones that obviously I still need to cut out. But you've got the front and the back. I love this pink rose digital. It's gorgeous. So I'm using this on quite a lot. So they just need to be cut out and done. So today I'm going to quickly show you a few things. I've started making my sampler book, but I need to redo the cover because that did not work out. That was one of my failures. But as you can see, I have started putting the little lace swatches onto the frames. And what was the frames were done, the frames were created so you can lift it up and write little memos of things underneath, and just to put your little sampler of laces on the frames. So I've started off by doing mine. I've done the tatting page there, and this is by my friend Hildegard, who tatted me this heart and sent it to me. So I've used that in there. And you can definitely use these pages in any way you like. I mean, I've folded one and put it like this, so I can put the tatting up and under. Another bit of lace there on a piece of paper. And these are gorgeous images here with all the ruffles and everything. So I am going to share with you today, I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to create the envelopes that Doreen has used to store her bits and bobs, the little precious bits in. As you can see, I put my pearls in there, so I can see this is a pearl embellishment compartment, and I'll link her original YouTube video in with mine, where she shows you what to do with them. Yeah, and I'll be showing you how to create your own very large window envelopes, because a lot of people in Europe and the UK cannot get hold of these. What better way to be able to make them yourself? So this is what I've done with one of mine that I've made with coffee. Basically, it just folds in half and it attaches to the side of your page like this with a hidden paper clip. And again, I've put the little labels on, front and back. And what I've done with the envelopes is I've folded it in half, and as you can see, this side would have the postcard with the little lace label tucked in, and the other side would have the actual scrap bit of lace that is on there, so you can grab in, especially if you want to like make dangles with laces, or little snippets with the laces, you can definitely revert to this book and this collection to be able to do that. And I've used the same lace for my hidden paper clip. So just put that back over the edge of the paper there. Okay, and I'll flick through. So these are the ones that I still need to finish off and fill. But aren't these pages absolutely so pretty? And this one's our favourite as well, the beige with roses. Love these roses here, gorgeous. I'd love that bunch set up on my craft desk right there. And then you've got doilies, so I'll put a doily right there. And love the way that she's put like the quilted fabric image in as well. That is another one of my favourite pages. Just beautiful. So yeah, that is kind of where I'm going with that, but I will redo my cover because although it's hardback and I think it looked pretty, it's just not gonna hold the amount of stuff that's gonna go in it. Okay, so I will get on and show you how to create the large windows envelopes. I'm using our favourite papers to do this, and I'll do two different ways. So I'll do a larger one and a smaller one. Okay, so a lot of people don't have the plastic window, which is really easy to do. All you have to do is get these cheap file plastic folders and use them as windows. And this is what I love about creating. I see something and I'm like, I ain't gonna waste my money on that stuff. As we do as crafters, and we try to find solutions on ways to do it. So I'm from United Kingdom, and my A4 papers will be slightly different than the USA sizes, but just work with what you've got with your papers. So for this one, it's going to be the medium one, and as you can see, it's going to be a little bit smaller than this one, but literally you can apply it the same way as we're going to make the large ones. You would do it sideways. So if you wanted to make one exactly the same, you would do it sideways. Okay, but we're going to be doing this one slightly smaller. So you're going to fold your piece of paper like this. Okay, and then you are going to be doing, so you are going to be measuring, I would say about 1 centimetre in from either side. I'm just going to mark that one. I'm going to mark that one. Yeah, I think I'm about 1 centimetre in there. Okay. Should I go quiet? Okay. Really, I should have done it this way so I can check to see that I'm 1 centimetre from the bottom. Just do it a little bit further down. Right. Okay, so now it's so easy, just going to cut this out. So I'll be back in a second when this has been cut out. Okay, as you can see, that now is cut out, and if you want a thicker edging, You can absolutely put in like 2 centimeters. Okay, just depends how wide you want your window. Work with what style you want, and then what you do is you will cut your plastic folder in line with your edging. So, a quick rough cut. Okay, so I'm just going to trim that up now. Just take a little bit off the edge. Okay, so you'll find that you've got 2 double sides now cut, and it just depends how strong you want your window. You can definitely use 2 sides, but you just have to glue the last little edge there together as well. Okay, so as these are quite thin, I will do the double-sided one. You just get your glue. And you place your window down. So I'm gonna... Okay, so now you've got what looks like a window and how an envelope should start looking. Now, if you do want to recreate that flap, you would just get the same paper and you would resize and cut a flap and just glue it onto the edge there. But I'm doing mine without the flap. And then what you want to do is just put a thin glue either side. Glue together. Now, if you want your top part to obviously be this part and open, you would leave that one open and you glue this side, the long side. So it just depends where you want your opening to. There you've got your first window envelope. Okay, so you can then fold it. And you'll have 2 slots to be able to put your postcards and your laces in, or if you're going to be using it for these, glue off this end, cut it, and then you would have the opening either side like this. So there's just different ways you can use it for what you want, and this should be big enough to fit this postcard now. And to make the large ones, you need 2 pieces. Okay, I'm just going to do this one the largest way I possibly can, and I think I'm going to do 2 inches in on this one. So go down a little bit. So we're going to go 2 inches in. Okay. So 1, 2. Sorry, we're going to do. I'm working in centimeters, so we're going to do 2 centimeters in. So 1, 2 centimeters. Inches the other way, Nicholas. So 2 centimeters would be literally around 1 inch, just under the 1 inch mark. Okay, as you can see, It's just under, it's about 1 3/4 across. So I do, because we work in centimetres in the UK, as you can see, it's about 2 centimetres in. I'm going to double check to see if it's the same up there. We're going to bring it up to about there. Okay. Bring it up 2 centimetres from there. Okay. Now I bet you any money my window will look wonky donkey, because even though I've used a ruler, you can see, look, it's going off like this. Okay, let's remeasure this one. It's 3 centimetres this side. Okay. I keep it real, I keep it fun, girls. Right, let's just put that one down. That looks a little bit better. I better check this side too. Yeah, that looks about 2 centimetres. Right, okay. Right, we would have had a weird looking envelope there. Right, so I'll be back when this one's cut out now. So as you can see, this one's cut now. And all you do is put it over the top, and you get your sheet as per normal, and cut to the size of your paper, your backing paper. Okay, so you've got that, and again it will be double-sided. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that like that. And I'm going to glue my frame. Place this one on. Okay, and then you're going to decide where you want your opening to be to. Just going to lift this one up and glue the second one down quickly. So I'm going to stick mine down here and down here. So when you fold it, you've got 2 openings, top and bottom. Okay, so glue these down. Line them up. As you can see, I did a boo-boo there and decided to put the other side. I am just going to carry it on. You'll see the process anyway. This will just have to be a dud one. Okay, I'm just going to trim. Okay, so now you've got 2 openings, top and bottom. Okay, so when you fold it you'll have the 2 openings. And I'm going to cover this up anyway. I'm going to put something, a bit of lace and what have you up there. You'll just trim off any plastic. There. And then you could definitely use a folder, an embossing folder. You see you can emboss the edging there. And then you just fold them. And you've got 2 halves that you can stick together with a hidden paper clip, embellishments, your laces, and anything else that you want to keep into each window, and you'll be able to see quite clearly what's what. And then you just together with your hidden paper clip like that to keep them together, and you can put them on your shelves and you'll be able to see quite clearly what's in there, the laces or little pretty embellishments. Like I said, go check out Doreen's original content on YouTube. I will link it in the description below, where you'll see how she shows you how to use them and what else you can do with these fun things. We'll put the link to her pink silk atelier samplers and labels in the description below. And thanks for watching. Take care, bye.